Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Evolve 5 a.m. Mastermind. This is a series dedicated to helping ambitious people win in business, fitness, and life. I'm your host, Taj Howell. I've been gone for a year in this series. I'm back today because I truly believe in my soul that this series is part of my purpose. Part of my deeper purpose in this world is to provide people with a reliable source of education, a reliable source of motivation, and a reliable source of inspiration first thing in the morning, because I believe so wholly and deeply in 5 a.m. wake ups. I believe so wholly and deeply in their power. I believe that when a person commits themselves to waking up at 5 a.m. every single day, when a person commits themselves to putting themselves in the right position, in the right mindset, in the right consciousness and vibration for success through 5 a.m. wake ups, they're better able to attack the day. They're better able to build the businesses that they want. They're better able to be themselves. They're better able to create what they want to create in life. And I know this through experience. And so today I want to tell you a few stories, and I want the main gist of today's topic to be learn and grow. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing learn and grow. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about my story. Okay, so my story as a human being finding 5 a.m. Okay, now I used to work in the bar scene, right? I used to work as a bartender. I used to work as a nightclub manager. I was all nightlife all the time. And before that, I was a gamer, right? And so I used to game and drink and do all these crazy things. Over the years, building my business, building my family, becoming the man that I am today, I had to get rid of that old life. And I had to re-implement the new life and the new lifestyle that needed to be developed in order to become the person that I am, right? And so there was one book that I read primarily that got me to the point where I started thinking about 5 a.m. in a different regard, right? That helped me to understand why it's so important. And the book was The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Now, that book basically is a story. It's hard to even explain it because it's not nonfiction, it's fiction, right? So it's a fictional story of three people that learn why 5 a.m. is so important from the speakings of a billionaire that takes them under their wing. Now, in the book, he basically goes over why 5 a.m. is a magical time, why it's so important to wake up then if you want to be successful. He talks about why that's the only hour of the day where there's true peace, that you can carve out a piece of time for yourself, make yourself better, learn, grow, advance without any sort of distractions. And so it clicked in my brain that I needed to do this. And so in 2021, I actually woke up every single day at 5 a.m. for 365 days. It was a magical year. It was an amazing time. In 2022, I think what happened for me was I did it the whole year, and it almost felt like I hit my goal so I could stop, right? And we're all human beings, right? We're all human beings, and we all learn and grow, and we all expand, and our mindsets are not always constantly where they need to be. And so because I did it the whole year, I think subconsciously my mind was like, you know what, man, you did it the whole year, you did it, you made it type thing, right? Because I did it for 1 year. So that I stopped, right? I started waking up at 5:30, 6 a.m. sometimes. And it hasn't felt the same. It hasn't felt the same. When you do something really, really well, you do something challenging, you do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, but makes you a better person and helps you learn and grow and expand and evolve, and you stop doing that thing, you stop doing the thing that actually got you there in the first place, it makes it so much harder to continue your momentum, right? Makes it so much harder for you to continue being that person that you created, right? And so for me, this series coincides with me being at my best, me learning my most, me being the person that I know without a shadow of a doubt I need to be in order to bring you guys the right type of content, in order to give my family the life that they need. I need to be the one waking up at 5 a.m. And so guys, what I'm gonna do with this episode, I wanna talk about learning, I wanna talk about growth, but I also want to challenge you. And I'm also gonna challenge myself in this episode. So stay tuned for the challenge. We're gonna talk about this here in a minute. But let's talk a little bit about learning and growth, okay? Because in the morning, when you're up at 5 a.m., when you rise before the sun, before the phone calls hit, before the emails, before the stresses of work, before the stresses of kids, listen, I don't got screaming kids right now, right? You know how amazing that is? It's amazing. It feels great because you've carved time out for yourself, right? When you wake up before the sun, 5 a.m., 4:30, whatever it is, you can actually create time to learn and grow. And you've got to understand something. This is something that I've come to really and truly realize and recognize as my truth. And I think that it's going to be extremely important for you too, if you're going to commit to watching this series with me and being here with me on this journey. If you're not growing as a person, it means that you're not learning enough, okay? And if you're not learning enough to grow, then you can't help anyone, right? The same you, the version of you who showed up yesterday, the version of you who has all of the knowledge that you know now, can't help people further than you could yesterday. So what I want to challenge you with, the first challenge that I want to give you in this episode is I want to challenge you to learn and grow. And what that means for me, I'll give you an example of what it means for me, and then you can internalize it and figure out what you want to do for you. What it means for me is I am committing to reading one book a week for the rest of this year, okay? And we're just starting with the time frame because it's good to have a time frame on things. I plan on reading one book a week for the rest of my life. I do believe that it's one of the most important things that you could possibly do to learn and grow and develop better spirituality and better clarity and better focus and better purpose in your life. I'm going to read one book per week for the rest of the year, just to start. And what I'm also going to challenge you guys to do is I'm going to challenge you, if it's not one book a week, then how much is it? How much do you want to learn, right? For me, I love audiobooks, so I can just listen to them first thing in the morning. It can wake me up, I can drink my coffee, and it helps me to learn and expand my mind so that in this series that I'm gonna explain what the challenge is with this series in a minute, I can better deliver value to you, better bring you what you need to succeed in your day, because that's what this is all about, right? And like I said, my purpose for being on this planet is helping people actualize their best selves. That's why I was put on this planet. And so when you guys ever seen Hunger Games? These things are like tracker jackers from Hunger Games. They're not fun. Anyways, my purpose is that I'm on this planet is to help people actualize their best selves. And so in order for me to do that, I need to be learning every single day, growing every single day, and educating you guys, okay? Educating and inspiring you and elevating you to reach a new level, okay? So the first challenge we're gonna go over, guys, in this one is how much are you learning, right? How much are you willing to learn and grow? How much Netflix time are you willing to sacrifice, right? And that's exactly how I'm gonna give you the strategy. So the way that I'm gonna read one book per week, let me explain this to you. The way that I'm actually gonna read one book a week, the logistics of it, with running my company and having my family and all of the million things that I have to do in a day, is I'm gonna wake up now. Instead of 5, I'm waking up at 4:30. So I'm getting up a little bit earlier, okay? But what that means is it's not that I'm getting less sleep. Oh my gosh, she's only sleeping 5 hours. No, I'm getting the same amount of sleep. I'm still getting 6.5, 7 hours of sleep because I'm going to bed earlier, and I'm sacrificing that hour of Netflix time that I usually have at night so that I can wake up 1 hour earlier at 4:30, and I can actually read and consume knowledge. So right now the book that I'm reading is 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. Okay, so every single week, if you read an hour a day, that's 7 hours per day, per week, you should be able to read one book per week on 2x speed, maybe 1.5 speed, depending how long the book is, every single week. So that's my plan. Okay, and 4:30 is gonna be a wake up time every single day, Monday through Sunday, it doesn't matter, right? A big problem of people is treating the weekends like weekends. If you want to build something great and you want to do great things, I've finally now come to learn this. You cannot treat your weekends like weekends. You can't be drinking and partying and doing dumb stuff. You've got to be just as committed on the weekends as you are during the week. Okay? So that's learn and grow. Guys, the first challenge is, how much are you going to read? Comment below this video and let me know, how much are you going to read? Are you committing to one book a month, one book a week like me? What are you looking to, how much are you looking to learn and grow? Okay. The second thing that I want to talk about is the future for the 5 a.m. Mastermind, because that's what this is. That's where we are. We're back in action. And the future of this series is really simple. Because I'm waking up and I'm learning and growing, 4:30 a.m. I'm going to be awake, learning for an hour. That means that I'm going to have time before my kids wake up to do this series with you every single day. And my main thing is that I want to strap a time stamp on this that you guys can really relate to, that you can truly rely on, and that will help you grow and develop with me as I continue to learn and grow and develop and become better. And so I'm going to strap a time limit on this for the rest of the year. Okay? When I did this series last year, I did it for about 45 days. Yaku the Broom, what's up, brother? How you doing? When I did this last year, I did it for 45 days. I'm committing now to do this for the rest of the year. So that's 6 months. It's about 6.5 months. My plan is to do the Evolve 5 a.m. Mastermind at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, 7 days a week for the next 6.5 months. And the reason why is because I need something that's going to challenge me outside my comfort zone. I need something that's going to make me have to tap into something different, tap into something better, so that I can learn and grow and have enough content and enough knowledge and enough growth that I'm going through to provide you guys with. Because remember, each and every one of these days is a new topic, is a new subject matter that I'm bringing up and that I'm trying to converse with you and trying to give to you. And so 6.5 months to start is what we're going to do. And the reason for that is because I've never committed to something that long. Okay, doing the same thing, like a live video, like wake up or whatever. I've never committed to doing something that long to start with. And I think what it's going to do is it's going to put me in a place where I'm much more grounded and I'm much more able to base my knowledge on this, in this meeting, with a long-term field of view as opposed to a short-term field of view. And I honestly believe in my soul that people need something in the morning to rely on. You know, people need positivity in the morning. People need clarity. People need happiness and joy and fulfillment in the morning so that the rest of their day is led with positivity. And I want to be that person for you guys. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you tuned in live, thank you. Hit the live button, hit the little heart. If you're tuning in to the replay, then I want you to just comment down below and let me know two things. Number one, how much are you going to read? Because that's the challenge. Okay. How much are you going to read? Let me know below. Are you going to read a book a week, a book a month, a book a year? Don't do that. Read more frequently. The second thing is, are you going to tune in for this Also, just so you guys know, if you want to watch me live, it's going to be on Instagram. We're going to do the live videos on Instagram. And I'm probably going to reset up a Clubhouse account so that you guys can actually jump into the conversation. With a 6-month window to start of doing this, that should give us more than enough time to have people really start to jump in and learn and grow together as a collective on Clubhouse, which is another reason why I want to have that long time of commitment, that long time frame of commitment. So, how many books are you gonna read? How much are you gonna read? Are you excited that the series is back? Are you excited? Are you gonna be joining us on Instagram, Clubhouse, Facebook? Where are you gonna be joining us? And other than that, I hope you have the most blessed week. I hope you have the most productive week ever. And I hope you are ready to learn and grow and elevate yourself to the next level. Super excited, you guys. Have an amazing week. See you soon. Take care.